and we're all in the nursing program at Mason. So today we're just going to be making a video about like the whole application process, like how to get into nursing school at Mason. So first we're just going to talk about like the prereqs and all the classes that you have to take before you enter before you enter nursing school. So how Mason's nursing program works is that it's a 4-year whole thing, and then the first 2 years are just like the Mason core classes and specific nursing classes that you need to take to get into the program, and then you apply to get into the school of nursing, and after you do that, then you take like the actual nursing classes. Okay, so the most important class for nursing is anatomy and physiology. Like that's like the biggest course, and that's like based on like everything that we're learning now, and you probably learn in the future because like it's nursing, it's anatomy, you gotta know the body. So do you guys have any like tips or anything like how to study for anatomy? Like everybody studies differently. Like
yeah, I mainly would like go to class and take any extra notes, like anything that wasn't on the slides I would just write in my notebook. I wouldn't like try to write down everything that's on the slides because then you're just worried about that.
yeah,
Distracted. And I was definitely a late studier, so I just like
you just did everything last night.
Yep, I just crammed it.
Yeah.
And I suffered for like 4 days, but after that.
Yeah. See, like for me, like I like to write down every single little thing.
Yeah.
So like before classes, I would they always post PowerPoints that they're gonna do before the actual class. So I would go through and like write it down, and then during class while she's teaching, I would just like highlight stuff and just add like extra notes.
Did you guys ever use the textbook?
No.
Okay, because see, like, so you probably don't really need to buy the textbook, honestly.
Yeah.
It was like
that's like for a lot of the classes though.
And it was like $400.
Yeah.
So you just need the lab book.
Yeah, the lab manual you have to.
And just like write things in your own words.
Yeah.
Like if you just copy word from word, then I feel like you don't really learn anything.
Yeah. For me, I also printed a lot of diagrams because that's a big part of anatomy.
Yeah.
It's like knowing the structures, so I did that.
And lab quizzes, like you have to study for those way in
advance.
Yeah, the big two like things for lab for anatomy is the muscle and the bone practical.
Yeah.
Which is where you like they place a bone or whatever in front of you and you have to label it within like 30 seconds or something.
And say whether it's the right bone or the left bone.
Yeah, and it's not just like knowing like the femur. You have to know like the little like holes on the femur, like the little like grooves and everything. So like that was really good.
So I would go to open lab for that. Just choose anything.
Anything like that.
I know.
Yeah, I think I'd study better just alone at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we had to take microbiology.
Yeah, so that's like the second biggest, hardest thing. And for me, like that was a lot worse than anatomy. Yeah. But you said you liked it better, right?
Yeah, because it was more of just like diseases and bacteria.
It's a lot more like miniature stuff. Like when you're learning about anatomy, you're learning like the big structures.
And physiology.
Yeah, and physiology. But this is more of like kind of like the diseases, like the disease process and different like pathogens and all that stuff.
But the lab was like way different than the other labs we have. I did awful in
Same.
Like when you have to stain slides in the beginning, you just kept failing.
Yeah, like looking through the microscope and stuff. Like I couldn't find anything. Some other classes that we have to take were like
Psychology.
Psychology.
That was easy.
Yeah. That's
Bioethics. That was tricky for some people just because it's more about ethics and
not a lot of the medicine. Actually.
Yeah. And exams are tricky just in the sense like the answer choices might be really similar, but
nothing too hard. I would say anatomy, like the
sciences are the hardest part.
Yeah. We had to take nutrition too, like an introduction to nutrition, but that was really easy.
And then just one math class, which is statistics.
That was really hard for me. I think it's either you're like really good at like stats and all that kind of stuff, or you're good at like algebra and calculus. And I'm definitely more of the algebra and calculus because stats is a lot of like word problems and all that stuff.
So did you guys use, because I'm just so on textbooks for like saving money, because the only class I actually used textbooks for was bioethics. Like I actually read that textbook, but like psych.
I didn't buy the book.
Yeah, I didn't buy the book.
But like, and definitely with psych, you don't have psych.
Yeah.
All these professors post PowerPoints that their exam is based on.
Yeah.
And you just need to study the PowerPoint.
Yeah. Yeah, so after, like including all those nursing prereqs, we have to take like Mason Core, which is like communications, regular psychology, history, literature, sociology, like different types of Englishes. So it's basically, the first 2 years are pretty easy. You just
Yeah.
gotta really focus on anatomy and microbiology.
Yeah.
So. Okay, next we're gonna talk about the dreaded HESI exam. So the HESI exam is basically kind of like an SAT for the nursing program.
Yeah.
It covers like math, reading, vocab, general knowledge, grammar, and anatomy and physiology. And you get like 4 full hours to take the test, and it's $100, and you can only take it once each cycle when you apply. And usually the deadline is like January 15th to turn in your application, so you should take it like a good amount of time before that, just in case like you need to finish the application or send in your scores and all
And
that
you should
stuff.
take it like right after you finish your anatomies.
That's what I wish I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I waited till
Like
my
right
third
before?
semester,
Mhm.
which was like the last semester right before you apply. And during that time, it had been a year since
Yeah.
we took anatomy, so like I had to really freshen up.
Maybe that's why I did pretty well, because like I took mine over the summer.
Oh.
And like I took mine at the end of June, so I didn't
Yeah.
take it.
Like right after your first year.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
see?
I didn't take it.
That was my original plan,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even
but
know that.
procrastinated.
So after your first freshman year, after you finish anatomy, because anatomy is a 2-semester class, like anatomy 1 and 2, that summer you should take it so you have your score. Your score is good for like what? Like how many years? Like 1 year?
I think so.
Ooh.
I know your classes are good for 5 years.
Yeah. You should be good at after that, because she did it like that.
Yeah. Well, because
So-
I took it over the summer, so that way I wouldn't have to worry about taking another exam like during the school.
Yeah.
That would have been really smart to do.
I was just too far into summer mode.
Yeah. So for the HESI exam, there's no like passing score.
Yeah.
They just give you a score out of 100, like a percentage, and based on that, like you can just put in
Yeah.
your application, and they look at everything, not just your HESI exam score. So
There's
if you
like
don't
a
do good,
cumulative score, and then there's like
They break it
an
up.
Individual score for after each section. So right after you finish math, you get a score.
yeah. So how did you guys study for it?
Oh, so I use this book. Hold on, let me
I'll
get
link it in
my
the
resource.
description below.
I know, it was literally the best book.
This.
Yeah. Wait, can I see it?
Wait,
Yeah.
is that?
And I didn't use
Oh yeah, no, mine.
And like the vocab in this book is the exact vocab that I got on the exam.
Wait,
So-
did you study all of the vocab that was
Yeah,
out?
yeah.
Wait, that was a lot though,
No,
right?
it was like 4 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay,
a lot,
maybe I
but
get them
all
right.
those vocab words showed up, so I did
Yeah.
really good on the vocab part.
That's good.
It's just whatever book is like the same company that makes a HESI exam.
Elsevier.
Yeah.
Yes, this is from Elsevier.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I just did a couple pages every day,
Yeah.
like on each section.
And then like the math was super easy.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at math.
Like military time, conversion.
Yeah, it was like multiplication and
Yeah.
stuff. And you have calculator and stuff.
Oh,
so
a
you can
lot
just-
of ratios.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
So
that's
many-
what you do for nursing a lot.
Yeah.
It's just ratios.
And like, don't worry about the time limit, because like for me, I had like 2
Yeah,
hours.
we
is a
all
lot.
had leftover time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just a major part of the nursing application.
Yeah.
Just pass the test or
And-
do good.
And take your classes serious.
So another thing we want to add is for your application, you can have the option to submit a resume. Like you don't have to, but if you have a lot of like experiences in like
The resume
healthcare,
was mandatory.
Yeah. I
it
feel
was.
like, yeah, I feel like
Oh.
you had to.
Yeah.
Okay, it was mandatory. You can put your experience if you're working in healthcare or in a hospital or whatever, but you don't have to have it. You know, because like for me, I only shadowed a nurse practitioner like for 1 month, and I was kind of nervous because a lot of people were saying like they worked in a hospital or whatever. So, but I mean, you don't need that much. I also worked at like preschool and like babysat.
I mean, I think you should have experience, but it doesn't all have to be related to healthcare, as long as it shows that you work with people.
Yeah, because like I've had like a few people also ask me what would make them like a competitive like candidate, and I was always like, if you can get like some type of shadowing, just to like dabble in, to be like, hey, I kind of seen what it's like, or and definitely like at least volunteer in a hospital, even if it's like sitting at the desk, at least you're like immersed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would actually look better if it's something that's different than the usual
Volunteering at a hospital.
Yeah.
I think. Because everyone does that, so like you want to stand out.
Yeah. Okay, so after you apply and the deadline is January 15th, you have to wait like a good amount of time, and
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
stressful. To
We
see if you
submitted
got
it in January, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
January 15th, and you don't know until like April. They said like mid-April, but we got it in like March.
March 28th. I just found
She
the
has an
email. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, like when I got in, I was at Michael's with my boyfriend, my sister, and my cousin, and like it popped up, and I was like, no, this is not real. My sister, I was like, I got in, and my sister's like, no, be careful, you know, like you might think you got in, but then you open it and you don't.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna check like for sure, and then I saw it, and then I started crying, screaming at the people,
Oh my god.
and then I went home and told my parents, and they were really excited.
I thought it was a phishing email.
She thought it was a scam.
Because they said they won't give it till April 1st, and so
Yeah.
They dropped the decisions earlier than what they said.
Well, because
Yeah.
like I've heard people and they were like April 15th, and then people
Yeah.
were like, no, March 15th, and so like the whole time you're just like,
Yeah.
on edge.
Yeah, and it's kind of scary, like not knowing, because like the application's only open once a year. So if you don't get in, you have to either like minor in something, or if you apply to other programs, or like have kind of a backup, which is good. I think you should have a backup.
Yeah.
Because I know like Nova has a nursing program that you can apply for. Like I was gonna do that, but then they required like a whole different like you know how we have the HESI,
Yeah.
like Nova requires a different like I's or the Y's
That's
exam
why
or
I think
something
it's
like that.
good to know ahead of time, like a backup plan, because then you can like already start taking classes for other programs.
Yeah, so you should definitely do that.
Did you guys have a backup plan?
No.
No.
Yep.
I didn't have a backup plan until like after I submitted. I was like, okay, what am I gonna do if I don't get in?
That's when I really started thinking about it.
Yeah.
After I submitted it.
Yeah.
No, I remember when I found out, I was like alone in my room. It was really sad actually. And then I texted some people. I was like, hey, I got it. And they were like, oh, I already thought you were in the nursing program. And I was like, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know that like it's like
stressful
how big of a thing it is, you know?
How
Yeah.
big of a deal it is.
Yeah,
to
because
get
I
in.
see people like seniors that get accepted in
Yeah.
college, and they're like, oh, I got into the nursing program at Mason, like when they get their email, but like that's not how it is. You're just pre-nursing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to apply again, like basically to a different college kind of thing,
Yeah.
and then you get in, and that's a really big thing. So
Because I know, like, for part of my backup plan though, like if I didn't get in, I was super stressed because since I'm not from up here, I was actually just planning to not come back the next year and then just go home.
Dang.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then I was gonna go to ODU. Well, like try to apply
Something
to ODU's
closer.
program instead. Yeah. So I was like, please, please.
Yeah.
did you have a backup plan?
No, but literally to just continue with my like major in something else and then graduate and then do like the accelerated
Oh
program.
no, I could not. Yeah, so Mason has a traditional program and accelerated program. So the traditional is what we're doing. 2 years of regular Mason core and prereqs,
Yeah.
and then 2 years of nursing,
Yeah,
and then
so you get your normal breaks in between, like winter
Yeah.
break, summer break,
Right.
but with accelerated, you still get winter break, but you don't get your summers off.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
so it's a full year.
they're like second degrees, so like they already have another
Yeah, so
degree.
you already have a degree you graduate with, then you apply to the accelerated program. So then you can graduate with 2 degrees.
Yeah, but that's you need to be dedicated.
Oh
for
my
that.
gosh, they're so strong.
Yeah, they're going through things like twice as fast as we are, and right now it even seems like a lot. But
Don't
I
they
can't
have
imagine.
clinicals more often?
Yeah, they do. I know in the spring they have it even more. Because we have to have 500 clinical hours in 2 years,
Yeah.
and they have to have 500 in 1 year.
Well, it's
Right.
like a year and like a little bit more.
A little more
Just,
than
just
a
like
year.
a little bit.
Yeah, but that's still a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I could not.
yeah.
I think it's mainly for like parents and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
yeah.
older people
Yeah.
have it who already have like another job or have kids in their family.
Yeah.
Who want to maybe get
It's
a nursing
just
degree.
another option.
Yeah. So that's it. Kind of the whole application process. I'll make another video on like once you get in, what do you have to do, like the supplies, and like what to expect actually in nursing school. But thank you for watching.